of storms last week put flood projects in Manitou Springs to the test. The good news is the floodwaters didn't overflow from the channels.
Yeah, even though the projects did their jobs, the city still has a long way to go. KRDO News Channel 13's Carl Winder joins us live in Manitou to show us how it all held up. Carl?
James, Heather, people in Manitou Springs say they felt safe last week when they saw the floodwater stay within the banks of Fountain Creek. But then another problem happened. The debris that was cleared out of the creek is back. The images from last year's floods in Manitou Springs are something people won't forget.
You know, we got flooded. Canyon Avenue and all the businesses on our street got flooded.
Then there was the big one that came in August, and that was the one that went through our building like a freight train. It completely decimated our basement.
That's when the city jumped in to make Manitou a safer place to be during flood season. It invested more than $5 million into clearing out Fountain Creek and doing work in Williams Canyon. And it was money well spent.
I think it's doing well. I mean, we've had 2 tests this Monday and Wednesday, and the creek was pretty high, and you know, it's so far so good.
Even though the projects work, people are still worried about the rocks, dirt, and debris left behind.
That is a concern. It's one we're going to have to deal with in the long term as sediment continues to carry down the canyon. And it may be that we need to go out and we may need to consider purchasing our own debris removal equipment. I mean, if this is indeed going to be a long-term sort of reality for us as far as removing sedimentation in the creek.
The city says it will clean out the culverts eventually, but Williams Canyon is on top of their to-do list.
Getting the physical structures in place, I think, is priority 1.
Wales does say despite the projects not being done, they did protect the city. In Manitou Springs, Carl Winder, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks so much, Carl.